Hello, today we're going to be doing lesson 4 in the College of Piping book, Scots, the first measure, or the first part. Before we do that, I would just like to go over some of the musical notation that you have to know. This symbol here that you find at the beginning of the music is called a treble clef. We'll go into more detail in all of this, but just so to introduce you that. So you've got the treble clef there. Here I've drawn out for you the stave, and the line, one single line down the middle of that is called a bar. And then you'll see at the beginning and at the end of each piece of music there is a double bar, and sometimes there are two dots there. If you see the two dots, that means that you have to repeat that part. Before getting into the tune itself, what I'd like to do is just look in detail at the first two bars of that tune. So I've written them out here on the board. So you start with a G grace note, on a low A. Then you move up to a B, and then you come back down with a low G, with a G grace note onto low A. Then you make a low G, then a G grace note up to low A, then a B, and then you make the throw on the D. The throw on the D, I'd like you to play using style 2. Okay, so from this movement, you start on the B. I've written it out here. You go down, you make the low G, you make a D grace note, then you go up to the C and you finish on the D. So if I play that for you, I'm playing the heavy or style 2 throw on the D. So play that one more time. Just keep practicing that until you get it, okay? Okay, having practiced the first two bars, you're now ready to look at the rest of the tune. Okay, so there's some things that you need to just be aware of when you start. Okay, so you're going to start playing this very slowly indeed. The tune begins with a G grace note in the low A. So start to blow as you make the grace note. So we've done that in previous lessons as well. Be sure to close the chanter properly at the start of the throw on the D that we've been practicing. You must always hear that low G sound at the beginning of this movement. In the third and fourth bars, that's here and here, make sure that the little finger on the chanter is on the chanter when playing the C's. Okay, so we don't want to see this. We want to see that down like this. Okay, so when you play the C's. In bars 5 and 6, that's these bars here. In going from the F to the throw in the D, make sure you close the chanter and you sound the low G at the start of the throw. So you might just want to practice that. Bar 7, the low G grace note, written after the second B and before the first A, so that's here, is produced by putting down both fingers in the chanter to sound the low G and lifting the little finger almost immediately to form the low A. So that's once again. So in the tune, you blow a low B, you go down to low G, and then you finish on low A. So it's Be sure to give the final A its full 2-beat value at the end. You'll see that that is a dotted open note there, okay, which we'll come to in lesson 8 as to what all the different notes mean. But that means in this case that there are 2 beats in this bar, okay, and you have to respect that. So just to summarise, by playing the tune for you, this is perhaps the speed that you should be playing it by at the end of your practice, okay, so. And then the repeat. After you've tried playing this measure several times, you should copy it, okay, as I've done on the board, into your master manuscript book, and continue practicing the tune from your own copy. This procedure, although apparently unnecessary, is absolutely essential if you're to learn to read the music quickly. Okay, so some other things to think about are the position of your fingers on the chanter. Try and keep your fingers as relaxed as possible. You don't want to kill the chanter. Keep your fingers straight at all times. You don't want to bend them, and make sure your wrists are not kinked. Yeah, and that will make your holding of the chanter a lot easier. Okay, good luck with that.